couple of football players, very good wrestlers. Dylan Green looking massive as the state championship powerlifter. Justin Hause, a little more wiry, a little taller. Both of them weighing in at 195. Justin Hause in on a single, and they're out of bounds. Okay, Justin Hause having the first offensive move. Still scoreless in the first round. Minute 42, first round. No score. Seems like Justin Hause is the aggressor here. Dylan Green trying to fend him off. Remember, last year Dylan Green second in state. Justin Hause coming on strong offensively. Here comes Dylan Green. Neither wrestler has scored. Both wrestlers very aggressive. Both wrestlers staying center. Justin Hause in on a single. Dylan Green fends him off. Still scoreless. A great matchup here. Stalling call on Justin Hause. I do not think that he earned that stalling call. I think that was way too quick. Justin Hause being the aggressive wrestler. I think the referee was too quick on that stalling call for Justin Hause. Dylan Green just starting to be the aggressor. Justin Hause has one stall. The coach does not like the call. He does not like the call at all. Referee stating Justin Hause ran out of bounds backwards. I think Dylan Green is just so powerful in the legs. I don't think Justin Hause had a choice. 55 seconds in the first round, still scoreless. Dylan Green tries to snatch single. Justin Hause tries to hit a double, comes up short. I think Dylan Green's coming on. I think he was not quite warmed up. Here he is. He was being a little tentative. Now he's coming after him. A lot of head pounding between these two wrestlers. A lot of hand fighting. Still scoreless, 29 seconds. Dylan Green really using that head. I'm surprised he hasn't been called for headbutting. Still scoreless. Justin Hause has one stalling call. Referees are communicating here. Again, I don't think that stalling call was deserved. 15 seconds left to go in the first round. Still scoreless at 195 pounds. 7 seconds left in the round. Still scoreless. Wrestlers will go into the second round, 0-0. Dylan wins the coin toss. His choice. Dylan Green takes up. Unusual choice. Looked like a jump by Justin Hause, but he didn't get caught. Justin Hause flat on the mat. Dylan Green with an Iowa ride, trapping the ankle. Dylan Green with a near side wrist ride. Minute 26 left in the second round, no score. Referee looking for stalling calls. Looks like we got blood time here. Wrestlers have been headbutting like raging rhinos out there. No call for headbutting. Somebody's drawn blood on the forehead. Scoreless in the second round. Dylan Green, second at state last year, 15-1 this year. And we have Justin Hause, 26-4, He goes back down. Still 0-0 on the score. Second round. Justin Hause earns an escape. It's now 1-0 in favor of Justin Hause. Short double leg attempt. There goes the headgear of Justin Hause. There's going to be a minute for him to put his headgear back on. And we have 1-0 in favor of Justin Hause. Justin Hause is green on the scoreboard. Dylan Green coming heavy. Justin Hause defending. Justin Hause drives him out of bounds. Both wrestlers wrestling very, very aggressive. Justin Hause running a little bit, in danger of getting another stalling call. Dylan Green looking a little frustrated, 48 seconds left to go. Shoots out of bounds, there it is. There's a stalling call. It's 1-1. Now Justin Hause, I believe, deserved that one. Backing straight out of bounds on the double leg attempt of Dylan Green. Justin Hause in on a double, no score. Throw attempt. No takedown score yet. I don't know why they haven't called a takedown. Looks like it's out of bounds. And there'll be no score on that. Tough one to call in the scramble. It appeared that Justin Hause had a head and arm. Must have been out of bounds. 30 seconds left. The score is tied 0-0. Justin Hause, 2 stalling calls, which earned him a point against him. Evenly matched up football player wrestlers. Both linebackers. Both All-Americans. Both state placers. Looks like they're going to be going into the second round, 1-1. Okay, it's all tied up going into the third round. And the choice is Dylan Green, and he takes down, hoping to get the escape. Justin Hause saying, should I let him go and wrestle? Coaches say, hold him down. Dylan says, I'm getting out of there. That's why I picked down. Dylan Green exploding up with those tree trunk legs. Back down. Okay, there it is. 1 point escape. Justin Hause signals, I want to start on my feet. So he gave up the escape point to Dylan Green in hopes that he had to have more time to get the takedown. Dylan Green did not earn the escape. Justin Hause opted to say both up, which meant Dylan Green received a point. That puts Dylan Green ahead 2-1 with 1:30 left to go. Now Dylan Green has no stalling calls against him. Justin Hause has 2. Another stalling call for Justin Hause, and it's another point. Dylan Green has no stalling calls. We'll see what type of strategy he uses. Is he going to keep being offensive, or is he going to get defensive, trying to hold on to the lead? Justin Hause has to come to him. Justin Hause has to score. Dylan just has to stay busy for a minute, and he will be the 2012 state champion. Hause let him up, hoping that he would score a takedown. Hause is not able to penetrate Dylan Green's defense. Dylan Green is very comfortable. Jason Hause looks like he is a little winded. He's been working really hard to get the takedown. He's coming up a little short on those double legs. And he's got some big legs to take down with the Dylan Green tree trunk legs. State champion powerlifter. Okay, 38 seconds left. No stalling calls on Dylan Green, which is important. Justin Hause needs a point to tie. He's no longer being very offensive. Dylan Green tying him up. Dylan Green pushing him out of bounds. These two wrestlers clanging heads a lot. 23 seconds left to go with Dylan Green. Dylan Green knows if he stays busy for 23 seconds, he wins. There it is. Justin Hause seemed to give up. His head's down. 14 seconds left to go. Seems like he momentarily gave up, and Dylan Green slides behind him for a 2-point takedown. Justin Hause flat now. 3 to 4 seconds left to go. And Dylan Green takes the 195 state championship. Second last year, first this year, 8th in 2010. Dylan Green is your 195-pound 2012 state champion in the 1A division. Celebrating with the coach. Now he's letting out all the emotion. Now 16-1 for the season, and your new state champion at 195 pounds, Dylan Green out of Omak. He's hopping into the arms of all of his coaches.